My name is Jackie Quinn, and I work in the Design for the Environment group at General Motors. I am a senior project engineer.
What is Design for Environment group, Jackie?
Design for the Environment group entails working with new vehicle programs in the design stages. So say, for example, we're looking at the Buick Enclave. When that vehicle was in its design stages, I sit down with the vehicle chief engineer as well as everyone who's involved with the program, saying what can we design into the vehicle to make it more environmentally friendly, better for the environment. So we look at things like the oil life monitor system, where it actually tells our customers when they need to change their oil.
Because every 3,000 miles we're supposed to change our oil.
Well, it says in your vehicle owner's manual, yes, normally every 3,000 miles people do change their oil, but this system will actually tell you when you need to change it. So we're saving, over the life of one model year production of the Buick Enclave, almost 400,000 gallons of oil.
So you're going to make about 200,000 Buick Enclaves in 2008. Over that entire life of that car, if you follow what the car says when it says to change the oil, every single one of those Buick Enclaves, it would save about 400,000 gallons of oil.
400,000 gallons of oil, that's correct.
That's certainly a start. What about in Europe? Because Europeans have a lot more stringent requirements. Are you bringing these globally, or are you sticking with U.S. requirements versus European requirements?
That's an excellent question. Because we are a global company, General Motors, and we're really focusing on becoming a global corporation, we look at standards all around the world, and right now the European Union dictates that our vehicles need to be 85% recyclable and 95% recoverable.
What's the difference between recyclable and recoverable?
The extra 10% for recoverable means that we can burn 10% of the vehicle's mass for energy. But to meet that 85-95, we right now have in our product programs that our vehicles, all of the vehicles that are designed now, will meet that requirement. And we don't actually have requirements here in the U.S., but globally we're looking as a corporation, and we're going to meet those targets.
And how do your people that are dismantling these things, how do they know what to dismantle, what's good, what's bad?
We have dismantling manuals that are available online at gm.com, and we send them to dismantlers so they know which parts they need to take off the vehicles to meet those targets.
So if somebody is really green and wants to buy a green recycled products that they know are going to be recycled, they could go online and look at your products and see which ones are the most recycled?
We don't actually have those figures online about the percentage of the vehicles that's going to be recycled. Just know that all of our vehicles will be at least 85% recyclable and 95% recoverable. If you take the Buick Enclave, know that that vehicle is at least going to be 85% of the vehicle by mass will be recycled.
Wow. Now, I kind of like this idea that you've got gas vapors that you reuse.
Yes, that is our onboard refueling vapor recovery. And what we do is, with that system, instead of the traditional method of when you're filling up your gasoline tank, the vapors used to be emitted into the atmosphere. We now capture those vapors and use them as a source of fuel.
Going back to the recycling, I have a question, because we've got like 256 million cars on the road. What happens to all those cars? Are they being recycled?
You know, this is really interesting because we've looked at some figures, and about per year 10 million vehicles are scrapped or retired each year in North America.
Retired, what's scrapped versus retired?
Well, retired means that if your vehicle reaches the end of its useful life, if you've driven it, your 200,000 miles, or if it's gotten into an accident and it can't be repaired, that's pretty much the end of its useful life. You can't use it anymore. So there's 10 million vehicles that are retired or scrapped each year in North America. Scrapped meaning, it's scrap metal. It's just unusable. Out of that 10 million, 94% are recycled in North America right now.
Wow. And do you guys reuse part of that to make new cars?
Yes, the steel, we reuse certain things like that. We use recycled material in a lot of our plastic components. We use recycled rubber, recycled plastics. All of the plastic parts in our vehicles are marked, pretty much like you would have curbside recycling, and you look at the bottom and you see the recycling symbol. In automotive, we have a standard, and it looks like two little carrots or arrows, and if you take a plastic component off of your vehicle, you can look at the back and see what it's made out of, so that a dismantler can throw it in its proper recycling bin for recycling.
I'll look for them. Jackie Quinn, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.